of the most avid readers of Cardinals Magazine are its Cardinal alumni. Our former players tell me time and again that Cardinals Magazine is one of their favorite ways to stay connected to the birds on the bat.
And you know, Ricky, I've heard the same thing. They feel like they're still coming to the ballpark each day when they're enjoying the impressive lineup of feature stories in every issue of Cardinals Magazine.
Cardinals Magazine helps you really get to know the current players, not only their stories in uniform, but who they are off the field and how they got to where they are.
And it doesn't stop with the stories on current players. No one does a better job giving fans a truer picture of everything happening on the field, inside the ballpark, and all over Cardinals Nation. Even stories on our Cardinals alumni.
Join our former players who enjoy the classic coverage of Cardinals Magazine. Subscribe for yourself and your favorite fan at cardinals.com/magazine or 314-345-9000.
Cardinals Magazine. It's all here.
It's time for Tiger Talk, heard before each Salem Tiger basketball game with Stan Stevens and Coach Jared Patterson. Tiger Talk is being brought to you by Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon with Alicia Watson, Candy Mink, and myself, Katie Carty. Now, Tiger Talk on KSMO Media.
Welcome to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens, Coach Jared Patterson. Coach Salem Tigers matched up with the Thayer Bobcats. To tell you what, Thayer Bobcats came out, and it looked like they had just red in their eyes. They just came out flying. Harrington boys slammed one down within the first few seconds, and they really, really played well as a team against the Salem Tigers. Take nothing away. The Bobcats are for real, aren't they?
Yes, they're the real deal. I mean, they're going to be doing that to a lot of teams this year. We got to see it up close, and very well-coached team, very athletic, very big. Seems like they got a lot of pieces to make a run in the playoffs. I wish them the best of luck. Very good kids, sportsmanship, all that stuff. Coach Pitts has them rolling over there.
They play not only a very aggressive offensive game, but they play a very aggressive defensive game, Coach. And when you watch those guys, when they're doing man-to-man, they hand off well, they adjust well, they read the situation very, very well, and they adapt to it. Yeah, you're going to score baskets on them, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, though, they are very, very disciplined, and when they crowd around and they want to rebound, they're going to fight for that rebound, aren't they?
Yeah, and just physically and mentally strong team. They do really a lot of things well, and we didn't really have a ton of turnovers, but they made it so difficult on us to get good shots, and a lot of the shots that we hit against other teams, we just could not hit against them, just with their length and speed. Didn't shoot the ball as well as I thought we would, but we did handle their press pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there were some very good positives in the game. I mean, when you look at the final score, obviously it's not where you want it to be. But you're right. The turnovers were down. The steals were actually I had you for 9, which is pretty good against a team like Thayer, which means you have to anticipate to read what they're doing to be able to jump in front and get that ball. So, Coach, you get 9 steals. I think I had you for 13 or 14 turnovers. That's very respectable.
Yeah, you're right. With the turnovers and steals, we were fine. It's just when it came down to rebounding and making shots, they have such big size, and they go get the ball, and just very disciplined basketball team. And, kudos to them. And, you can't make little mistakes. We thought a few fouls didn't go our way. But, like that team, you have to play pretty much a perfect game to beat that team.
Well, to take nothing away from Thayer, you play another very, very good team tonight against the Mountain View Liberty Eagles. Coach, they're 4-0 going into the game against the Salem Tigers. They've got a big matchup with Thayer next week, so that should be a very interesting game. But the Tigers got to take care of business. This is going to be similar to the Thayer game, but these guys might be a little bit more physical even than Thayer was.
Yes, Liberty, they're a different animal. They got Terrell Gaines that really is one of the best shooter, just broke the school record in points at Liberty. Very, very nice player. And he has a lot of pieces this season, a lot of good players, different guys that can shoot it, rebound, play some defense, and just overall they have a really solid team.
I'm not saying same type of game as Thayer, but they're also very aggressive in the offensive zone. They're gonna put the Salem Tigers defense to a big test, aren't they?
Yep. Very well-coached team, just like Thayer is. They run a lot of different sets, and, they see a lot of different defenses. When you have a kid like Gaines committed to Austin P, they're going to throw a lot of different defenses at you, and this team has seen everything this season, this late in the year. So we're going to try to put a couple game plans together, have a few backup plans just in case for Gaines to try to keep him in check.
I don't think I've seen a more aggressive team crash the boards than Mountain View Liberty. Have you, Coach?
Yeah, very, very athletic group. And very physical, like you said. Playing at their place, they're going to really try to take advantage of that. And, we gotta man up and be disciplined as well, block out, rebound, do all the little things it takes to win.
Nice to get Hayden Sanders back in the game, but Bryson May still really can't go. Still got some issues with that ankle, right?
Yes, Hayden Sanders is feeling better. He'll be back Friday night. Bryson May's still out with that ankle injury. Hopefully going to see him back in uniform next week, but keeping a close eye on him. But we had some young guys step up and, give us valuable minutes like we've always talked about all year. We're one of the deepest teams in the conference and the area. So we feel confident about anybody we put on the floor any given night. So.
And I was just going to mention that, Coach, about you putting the younger guys out there, and it really was a good experience for them because next year they're going to be in that position where they're going to have to face the Thayers and the Mountain View Liberties, and they're going to have to be up to speed. And I really thought our younger guys did a pretty good job.
Yeah. You could definitely tell some physicality differences between those sophomores that we have and the seniors that Thayer, juniors and seniors that Thayer has, and we really battled. We did battle, and the biggest thing, you pick up so many good qualities from a team like that. You see how they interact with each other, how they handle themselves, what they do in warm-ups, things like that really do carry over, and we can really learn from it. We told the boys after the game, we fought, we gave it everything we had. Go back, watch the film, watch how they interact, how they pick each other up, and just how great teammates they are, because really they're champions across the board in every aspect of the game.
And as a coach, explain maybe to our listeners how important it is for each of those players to back each other and have their backs, but not only that, be respectful of each other and how you have to play the game, because you can't win it four guys against five or three guys against five, no matter how good those three or four might be. You've got to have all five people on the floor playing as a unit, don't you?
Yes. I would say fluidity. I mean, guys working together. You really see with great teams, the bench being really active, guys that are more team guys that are just as happy to see their teammates successful as they are, being part of a winning program. And, that's what we've been preaching the last 2 years. And we're so close. We're really so close to it. We put some wins together this year, but we want to be playing good basketball here at the end of the year, and that teamwork, all of those things that we talk about, rolling at the end of conference play, going into districts.
You must be reading my mind, because I was just about ready to say, so we get done with this week, and then districts, they're on the horizon, Coach, and you really want to go into that in your final 2 or 3 games, just riding as high as you possibly can, right?
Yes. And, last year we went into districts as a 6th seed, got a little momentum at St. Clair that last game, and then won a couple to get to the district title. This year is going to look a little different. We're kind of middle of the pack in our district, and a few of these wins could really bump us up and give us a little bit better positioning. But, our district is 6 solid teams, and it's pretty even. So whoever's playing that good basketball at the end of the year can really make a run and win the district title.
Well, we wish you the very best tonight in SCA play against the Mountain View Liberty Eagles. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Stay tuned. Tiger basketball is next.
Thank you, Stan. That has been Tiger Talk with Coach Jared Patterson, brought to you as a courtesy of Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger basketball is next.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the American Legion Post number 99, Looking Glass Salon, Salem Senior Center, and McCoy Vision Clinic, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today. They're free.
It's now time for Salem Tiger basketball on KSMO Media. Brought to you by K&H Auto Supply, Town and Country Bank, Salem Memorial Hospital, Farm Bureau Insurance, Salem Memorial Clinic, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa, Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Tax Masters, Town and Country Insurance, City of Salem, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Jadwin Smith Auto Body, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, All Farm Plus Construction and Ag Services, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, Flying W Boutique, New Life Auto, Tater's Sporting Good and Taxidermy, Melvin Motors and more, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center Inc., United Country Salem Realty, Babette Wells, broker owner, On the Spot Auto Glass, The Local on 4th, The Hot Spot Tanning and Tuxedos LLC, Your World Today, and Hub's Tire Center.
We welcome you to Mountain View, Missouri. Stan Stevens bringing Tiger basketball. Salem Tigers taking on the Mountain View Liberty Eagles tonight. The Eagles coming in with a 4-0 SCA record. They're trying to make it 5-0 before they have to play Thayer on Tuesday night. And that game might just be the championship game for the SCA coming down to it. So we'll have to see how that all works out. Tigers right now 2-2 in the SCA. Mountain View 4-0. And this game would be a great way for this team to come in and play a good Liberty team, maybe upset them and take them out of the SCA championship race against the Thayer Bobcats. But it's a tough crew, and with Terrell Gaines, probably the best shooter in the SCA, has probably been their leading scorer his first 3 years and will probably be that way again at the end of this year. He may just end up the all-time SCA leading scorer in basketball. He is a force, and he is playing tonight, obviously a senior, but he definitely has the talent. Tigers will be starting out, being brought to you by your friends at Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Strader, your agent, 794941. They will have Caden Gately, Braden Gass, Hayden Sanders, Landon Richter, and Trey Richter. They'll be going up against Brody Rutledge, Carter Pruitt, Ariane Pendergraft, Gavin Reese, and Terrell Gaines. The tip-off is up, and it comes back Mountain View way. Taken down and controlled by Pruitt. He gives it off to Gaines. Half-court defense by Salem. Looks like they're in a man-to-man to start things out. Landon Richter will pick up Gaines. Gaines, beyond three, kicks it down in the corner. Going to it right now is Pendergraft. Pendergraft on top to Pruitt. Pruitt trying to drive into the paint. Spins, turns, jump shot off the glass. No good, and Gately breaks down there. Rebound. Here comes Trey Richter with it across the timeline as Mountain View jumps back into half-court defense as well. Trey Richter on top, gaps beyond the three-point line. A corner, Hayden Sanders for the three. It's short, comes down into the hands of Brody Rutledge. Rutledge off to Gaines. Gaines trying to drive in from 10 feet. His jumper's good. That's what he will do, and most players in high school don't do, is pull up anywhere on the floor. Trey Richter now with it, right near center court, flips it to Gaps. Out on top to Landon Richter, now to Gately. Gately from 10, his jumper, it's too hard, comes down the hands of Pruitt on the backside. Now back to Gaines. Gaines beyond three, gets away from Landon Richter, 2-0 Mountain View. A minute 15 into this one. He hands it off to Gavin Reese. Reese back to Gaines. Gaines on top now to Pruitt. Pruitt between the circles, down low to Rutledge. Rutledge trying to get it to Gaines off the Salem Tiger player Landon Richter and out of bounds. Gaines will inbound it. Does get it into Rutledge. Rutledge on the perimeter, kicks it back to Pendergraft. Arian Pendergraft fires it back on top. Waiting for it there, Pruitt. Pruitt to the paint, to the hole. Short jumper, a little bit too high. Comes down, though, off the Salem Tiger player Sanders out of bounds as he and Arian Pendergraft battled for that rebound. Official moving the Salem Tigers cheerleaders who are trying to cheer right there in that corner. Hands the ball to Reese. Reese gets it into Gaines. Back to Reese on the perimeter. Kicks it back right wing to Gaines. The three-pointer's up, and it will not fall. Put back up and in by Gavin Reese. No Salem Tiger even under the basket. That was a pretty easy rebound. No challenge by Salem. Here's Braden Gaps. With 2 minutes gone, Tigers are down 5-4. Gaps beyond 3. Trying to get it on top. Ball stolen away. Almost stolen away. Richter gets it back. Trey trying to fire down to Gately. Gately underneath the basket. Banks it up. Missed the easy shot that comes down in the hands of Pruitt. Gately may have gotten a little too far underneath the basket. He worked his way under that basket to get a better angle, but I don't think he got far enough over. Now the handoff goes to Gaines. Out near center court by Pruitt. Gaines hanging on to it. Stops, pulls that ball up, gives it off to Pruitt again. Back to Gaines. Right between the circles. Gaines starts his move toward the basket, takes it in, flips it off the glass and in. 6-0 Mountain View. Trey Richter for Salem. Driving down to the baseline. Fires it down to Gately. Outside intended for Gaps. It goes out of bounds. Pendergraft ran after that between the scorer's table and the bench. A timeout called by Coach Patterson. Timeout brought to you by your local American Family Insurance agent, Jonas Schaefer, who wants you to know there's discounts for being a good driver, a senior, or Fundlink. Call them at 729-5165. Back in 30 seconds, Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
It's back! The Salem Memorial Hospital Foundation invites everyone to the Dancing with the Salem Stars fundraiser Saturday, February 24th at 7 at the Salem R80 High School Gym. Table seating is available for $20 per person in advance or reserve a table. Bleacher seats will be available at the door for $10. Purchase your tickets in advance by calling 729-6626, extension 4005. The Dancing with the Salem Stars fundraiser, Saturday, February 24th at the high school gym with the doors opening at 6:30. We'll see you there!
6-0 Mountain View. I want to thank United Country Salem Realty for being a proud supporter and sponsor of KSMO Media and your Salem Tigers. Give them a call. Babette Wells is your broker-owner there at 729-3148. That's your United Country Salem Realty. Babette Wells, broker-owner, supporting your Tigers. Sanders goes to Richter, now down to Gately. Gately into the paint, spins, turns, trying to get the jumper off. He does, but he is fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Kay with a good move on there. And Rutledge will get the foul, and Gately hits the first free throw. 6-1 our score, with 4:49 to go in this, the first quarter. Next one by Gately is also good. As Gaines will bring it up. No pressure on Gaines to walk it up to the timeline. 4:45 to go in this first quarter. He gives it on top to Pruitt. Pruitt right at the top of the key. Nobody on him, hands it off to Reese. Reese has trouble with it, gets it back, fires it to Gaines. Gaines back beyond three, hanging on to it. Spins and turns. Trying to find somebody open, trying to spread the floor, actually waiting for Mountain View to go into transition. Gets the pick now from Rutledge. Can't penetrate. Out on top it goes. Waiting for it, there's Pendergraft. Back to Gaines. Very patient is Mountain View. All the way up, trying to lay up. It won't go. Off the hands of Gately and out of bounds. Coach Patterson thought that was knocked out of his hands by Mountain View, but the official's not going to confer. He said it's Mountain View ball, and they will inbound it, and it will be Pendergraft getting it into Gaines. Terrell Gaines with 4 of the 6 Mountain View points down halfway through this first quarter. Here's Reese trying to dance in a shot, blocked there nicely by Gately, and here comes Gaps the other way. Gaps all the way down for the layup. It's good. That ball just sat right on that rim. Finally trickled through, and it's a 2-point ball game with Mountain View on top. Gaines under no pressure by Salem. Gets to the timeline. Took about 9 seconds. Now he tries to penetrate in. Fires it underneath all alone, waiting for it.
was Arian Pendergraft, and he lays it in. 8-4 our score. Boy, as soon as Gaines starts moving, he draws a lot of attention. And Pendergraft was wide open. Pass was inside to Trey Richter, trying to drive into the paint. Scoops it up. His shot will not go. Gets his own rebound, turns around, puts it up, and it misses again. Brought down by Gately. Baby hook. It will not go. Brought down off the hands of Sanders. Tigers had 3 cracks at it. Could not get it to go from 2 feet. 3:06 remaining first quarter. Reese will walk it up. No pressure as he hits half court. Reese, top of the key, tries to go to Gaines. He does. Gaines has that shot blocked, but he'll draw the foul as Gately leaned into him, and he'll draw that foul. And to the line will be Gaines to shoot 2. First team foul on Salem. And Gaines will go to the line to shoot 2. 2:55 to go, and he hits that first free throw. Terrell at the line again. Hits them both. He's got 6 in this first quarter. It's a 10-4 Mountain View lead. Landon Richter brings it up, gives it off to Sanders. Sanders in the corner to Richter. Down low to Gately. Gately, baby hook shot. That's good. Nice play. Gately with a real nice baby hook over top of Rutledge. As Gaines will bring it up. Again, Mountain View very patient with their offense. Salem Tigers try and speed things up. Right now, it's Mountain View with a 4-point lead. Gaines trying to draw Landon Richter out of position. Cannot. He gets it back. Now he hands him off to Trey Richter. Salem in man-to-man coverage. But they may float back into a zone here as Mountain View starts switching positions here quickly. Gaines kicks it left side. Waiting for that is Reese now between the circles. He moves from right to left. Reese down, 10-foot jumper is too short. Brought down and controlled by Mountain View. They go all the way on the perimeter now to Gaines. Gaines to the paint, trying to flip it inside. Ball taken and thrown out of bounds, though, by Reese. First turnover. Ball went off a Salem player. Reese tried to save it, and he tried to throw it back to Rutledge, but threw it into the Salem bench. With 1:57 to go. First quarter, 10-6. Mountain View. Landon Richter with it. Landon. And hang on to it. Trying to go down low. That pass intended for Sanders, but Gately got in the way of it as he tried to put it up, but he missed it. It's brought down underneath, though, by Pruitt. His third rebound. Gaines to Pruitt. Pruitt stops, takes it to the hole off the glass and in. Bringing it down quickly is Landon Richter. Had that ball stolen by Pruitt. Pruitt all the way down, flips it up, and it goes down. Count the basket and the foul on Gaps. Pruitt just manhandled Gaps all the way down, just holding them off at bay, and then Gaps still gets the foul, and he gets the basket. And it's 14-6 here in this first quarter. The size of Carter Pruitt definitely played to his advantage there against the much smaller Braden Gaps. Free throw is no good. Landon Richter brings it down. So turnovers by the Tigers, a couple of them, and Mountain View has capitalized on both of those. Here's Gaps. 14-6, an 8-point Mountain View lead. Here's Sanders with a three-pointer. It's off the rim. Nobody underneath the basket for Salem, and Rutledge brings it down without any kind of opposition. Under a minute to go now with 50 seconds left as Rutledge has it back to Gaines. They may even play for the last shot here. That's how patient Mountain View might be. Down to 40 seconds left, and Gaines hasn't moved. Gaines starts his drive in, kicks it outside. Waiting for it out there is Pendergraft all the way down off the glass. It will not go. And brought down by Sanders. Salem the other way. Gaps outside. Sanders back to Gaps for a three. It's off the iron. Nobody there again for Salem. And brought down by Rutledge. Gaines the other way. Gaines puts up a long three, and it's off the iron. It will not go. And Richter brings it down, and a foul is going to be called, I believe, on Brody Rutledge. 11 seconds to go. And that's Brody's second. 11 seconds to go. Half-court defense for Mountain View. Landon will pick it up right at the center line. Trying to get a pick. Drives to his right. 7 seconds left on the baseline. He is bumped there by Arian Pendergraft, and that'll be his first foul. Liberty likes to be physical. A lot of times they don't call those here at Mountain View. 5.4 seconds left. Sanders fires it in to Trey Richter. Trey Richter stops in the paint. Tries to kick it back to Sanders. 1 second for three from the corner. He's got it at the buzzer. Hayden Sanders hits the three at the buzzer, and Salem pulls within 5, 14-9. Mountain View on top after 1 quarter of play. Back in a minute. It's Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Check out these New Year's savings at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem. You'll find Seafoam concentrated fuel injector cleaner starting at $4.99. Napa Extended Life Cooling System Antifreeze Plus Coolant for all makes and models starting at $12.99 for the 1 gallon size. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store, 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem today.
The Bank of Salem is part of the MoneyPass ATM network. MoneyPass has nearly 23,000 ATMs coast to coast, and the network continues to grow. MoneyPass ATM is surcharge-free, so you won't worry about paying a fee to access your money. Regardless of where you live, work, or travel, you're sure to find a MoneyPass ATM nearby. Just look for the MoneyPass logo and use your existing Bank of Salem ATM or debit card. It's that easy, and it's all part of our commitment to providing you with superb products and services. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Getting ready to start quarter number 2, and that's brought to you by your friends at Willie Strader Farm Bureau Insurance Agent at 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. Willie can help with those insurance questions you might have. What's the right coverage? And make sure you have enough coverage for your farm or home. Got questions? Get answers. Call Willie, 729-4941, Willie Strader Farm Bureau Insurance. Getting ready to start that second quarter as Gaps gets it in to Richter. Landon Richter goes back to Gaps. Inside it goes to Trey Richter. Trey trying to drive in, lost it, kicks it back to Sanders. Sanders beyond 3, back to Trey, baseline off the glass. It's partially blocked. It comes down in the hands of Gaines. Again, another 2-footer missed by Salem as Gaines comes all the way down. Then a blocking foul on Landon Richter as he lost his balance. He kind of reached down and grabbed onto Gaines. He was trying to stay with the shifty senior from Mountain View and just reached out and kind of grabbed his leg and threw him off balance. Grabs his first foul. Gaines looking to get it in. That ball almost stolen by the Tigers. It was tipped away as he intended the pass for Carter Pruitt of Mountain View. Gaines again to inbound it. Gaines looking, fires it out. Going to go almost backcourt. Picked up there by Gavin Reese. Reese gets it across to Pendergraft, and the pass goes in the corner, intended for Alex Toon, who just checked in the game, but he missed it. Kind of short-hopped him, and it goes out of bounds, and Salem Tigers will pick it up down 5 with 7.5 to go, just underway in the second quarter. Landon Richter goes to the corner to Sanders, back to Landon. Zone defense right now for Mountain View. Go back to Sanders, another three-pointer, and it's up, it's off the iron. And again, nobody under the basket for the Salem Tigers. Easy rebound for Pendergraft. Reese the other way. Reese stops 12-footers off the iron and taken there by Trey Richter. And he has to pull away. Trey down the middle of the floor. Kicks it underneath. Intended for Sanders, but it goes out of bounds off of Arian Pendergraft. He tried to keep it alive, but threw it off the back of the backboard. Hayden Sanders out on top to Trey Richter for the three. It's off the front of the rim and taken under control by Toon. Salem has 1 3 in this game, but they've missed 5 others. 1 out of 6. Terrell Gaines on near center court. Patiently gives it off to Reese. Gavin, left side to Pendergraft. Now to Toon. Now should say to Gaines. Gaines goes back to Toon. Toon back to Gaines in the right corner. Man-to-man coverage by Salem. Gaines pulls it out. Taking his time on the Simmons Bank logo on the floor here at Mountain View. Gaines trying to get a pick there from Rutledge. Starts driving in. Fadeaway jumper is good. He just went baseline to the fadeaway jumper. 16-9 our score. Gaps for three. It's off the rim. And the rebound goes out of bounds. And they're going to say it went off Salem last. Tigers keep looking for a break here. You don't get them in Mountain View. The officials, I'm not saying they're slanted, but they just don't see as many of those calls that I think the Salem eyes see. Matter of fact, like none. You're just not going to get those calls, and they didn't get that one there. Went off definitely that time, went off a Mountain View player, but they're not going to get that call. That ball off the legs of Gaines. Turnover for Mountain View. Steal for the Salem Tigers. They come back down by 7. In the corner, Trey Richter trying to drive in. Lays it up. He missed that one again. That's 4 shots missed by Trey Richter in this game from less than 2 feet. Pass goes in the corner to Toon. Back out on top it goes to Pendergraft. Getting across to Gaines. Gaines beyond 3 right at the top of the key. Starts his drive in. Kicks it outside to Toon. Toon fires it all the way across the floor to Reese. Reese hanging on to it. Now back to Gaines. 5:12 to go in the half. 16-9 Mountain View. Coach Harrell telling Gaines what to do here. Starts his drive in again, all the way up, scoops it up, missed the shot. Comes out high, though, taken down by Reese. Goes underneath the basket to Gaines, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line. Ball came off the rim, and all the Tigers were basically underneath the basket, so nobody could get to the rebound. So Terrell Gaines will go shoot free throws. He's 2 for 2 in the game. That was in the first quarter. And the first one is good. Gaines now with 9 points already in this game with 4:55 to go in the half. 17-9 Mountain View on top. Terrell has another one, and he is also as good. He doesn't miss very often on that stripe. 9-point lead for Mountain View as Gaps gets it over to Lincoln Thomas, who just checked in the game. Thomas in the corner, Radford. Radford trying to get away from Gaines, goes back to Gaps, now right side, Lincoln Thomas. Thomas trying to get away from Gaines, flips it across to Gaps. Gaps out on that perimeter, trying to get it across, does to Gately. Gately trying to drive in, gets cut off. Fires it back to Thomas. Mountain View doing a good job of shutting off the Tiger passing game here. Gaps trying to get it down low to Trey Richter. He does. Trey trying to kick it back, does to Gaps for 3. It's off the iron and brought down by Pruitt. The other way, Gaines all the way down the paint. In the corner, Toon for the three-pointer, and it's good. Just that quickly. Mountain View will come right back. Here's Thomas. Kicks it outside to Gately for a 3, and that one rims out. Brought down by Gaines. Salem can't keep doing that and keep giving Mountain View the ball. Gaines all the way down, kicks it down low, laying it up and in. Will be Carter Pruitt. A timeout called by Coach Patterson. Timeout brought to you by Jonah Schaefer, your local American Family Insurance agent. You know credit ratings can affect your insurance. Talk with Jonah how they can. 729-5165. Back in 30 seconds. Mountain View 23, Salem 9. It's Tiger basketball and KSMO Media.
At Country Mart in Salem, you'll find gluten-free, organic, and diabetic products. They also have fresh produce, quality meats, a bakery, and a full-service deli that serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Have you joined the Country Mart E-Club yet? You'll receive exclusive offers, weekly specials, and special sale items through your email. It's free to join, and for more information about the E-Club, go to www.tcmarkets.com. It's just another service from Country Mart in Salem.
We appreciate all the sponsors that allow us to bring you Tiger basketball and activities on KSMO Media, like the local on 4th Street. If you haven't had their wings or their food down there, I highly recommend you try it out. 453-2702. You can call ahead and they can have it ready for you to pick up, maybe for the hockey game tomorrow or maybe the basketball game tomorrow night, or, even some other activity you might be having besides just sports. They have great food anytime. The local 4th Street downtown, 206 West 4th Street, 453-2702. 14-point deficit. That came on in a big hurry. Went from 9 to 14 in about 7 seconds. After a basket by Mountain View, Salem came down with a long three, missed it, and they came back with a three of their own. Here's Thomas trying to get down. He does, and the ball just trickles in. A lot of balls Salem Tigers are shooting are sitting on the rim, and then they're either falling in or out, and many times they have been falling out in this game. That one trickled in. Gaines is hanging on to it outside the three-point line. Now across to Reese for the three. It's short. It's an air ball, kept alive for a moment underneath the basket. They're going to call a jump ball as the ball was thrown back by Reese to the feet of Gaps, but he couldn't get to it before he was tied up. .303 to go. The pass to Gaines. Gaines baseline. He's trying to get the shot up. He'll draw the foul on Thomas. And he'll shoot two. These younger guys coming in to face a guy like Gaines, unaware of how a really good player can use his body for leverage. And right there, that was a prime example how Gaines just used his body to fend off Lincoln Thomas, who had no choice but to foul him to keep him from getting an easy basket. Radford, the Richters on the floor, Sanders, and Lincoln Thomas. Mix of youth and experience out there right now. Both of them good. 6 for 6 on the stripe is Gaines. And he's got 12 points to lead all scorers. 25-11 our score. Pass from Thomas goes to Radford, almost back court. Goes right side. Man-to-man coverage, tight man-to-man by Mountain View. Here's Trey Richter trying to get away, goes outside to Sanders. Thought about the three, didn't take it. Now to Landon Richter. Landon trying to dance in, gets down low to Trey. Trey trying to find somebody open. Underneath it goes to Sanders, who banks it in. Good play there by Trey Richter to find Hayden, who came in off of the wing. He was wide open underneath the basket. Did get covered at the last minute, but he had the inside position, was able to bank that one home. Terrell Gaines with it down the offensive zone. Out between the circles to Reese. In the corner, Pruitt. Pruitt thinks about the three, takes it, short. Comes down in the hands of Reese, who fires it back on top to Gaines. Gaines with a three. It's offline, no good, but taken underneath the basket by two. He kicks it back to Reese. Constant movement by Mountain View. Right now, Salem in the zone. As Reese hangs on to it near center court. 1:45 to go in the half. Hang that ball off to Pendergraft. Pendergraft to Toon, back to Pendergraft. Handing it off to Carter Pruitt. All beyond the three-point arc. Right side pass to Pendergraft. Trying to dance in. Goes back to Pruitt. Right at the top of the key. Spins in the paint. Kicks it outside. He walked with it. No call there. And Reese all the way down lays it up. It will not fall. Trey Richter has his fifth rebound. Down he goes to Sanders, who lays it in. Nice fast break there by the Salem Tigers. They're down by 10 with 1:10 to go. A little bit of pressure by Lincoln Thomas almost disrupted Mountain View, but they go to Gaines, who flies by from 10 feet. His jumper's good. 27-15. Sanders with a quick three. He banks it in. He's got 10. The Tigers down by 9 again with 50 seconds to go in the half. Hayden just came down and just launched a three, and he banked it home. Now the other way. Gaines just comes back his own way, and he hits a two with 40 seconds to go. Tigers just can't give him that much room, and he will shoot from anywhere on the floor, and he's a very, very accurate shooter. Landon Richter, he puts up a quick three. It's off the iron, and it goes out of bounds. Belongs to Mountain View with 26 seconds to go. Tigers down by 11. Back in the half-court defense. No pressure on Mountain View. They'll get to the timeline with about 20 seconds to go in this half. Reese has it. Gavin Reese, right? That center court insignia of the Liberty High School. Now to Gaines. Gaines gets it to Pendergraft. Pendergraft underneath the basket, laying it up and in is Pruitt. A nice pass. He's got 8. And we have played one half here at Mountain View. It's the Mountain View Liberty Eagles 31 and the Salem Tigers 18. We'll come back in 3 minutes with stats on this first half. It's Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again. Or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
It's Winter Car Care at K&H Auto Supply, where you'll find great deals on Park City Conventional 5 quarts of motor oil and MicroGuard filter, $26.99. Hot Shot Secret Diesel Fuel Additive for $17.99. And Lucas High Mileage Fuel Treatment for $8.99. That's at K&H Auto Supply, your Park City Auto Parts store.
Park City. Yeah, Park City. Park City.
Hi, I'm Doug Barnes from the Town & Country Bank. What does the farm mean to you? Maybe it means a weekend getaway for camping or hunting, or it's the life as a farmer. Maybe you want to build a dream home with a view. No matter what the farm means to you, Town & Country Bank can make it happen with the best rates and terms on land and mortgage loans. Town & Country Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 412144.
It's back! The Salem Memorial Hospital Foundation invites everyone to the Dancing with the Salem Stars fundraiser Saturday, February 24th and 7th at the Salem R80 High School Gym. Table seating is available for $20 per person in advance or reserve a table. Bleacher seats will be available at the door for $10. Purchase your tickets in advance by calling 729-6626, extension 4005. The Dancing with the Salem Stars fundraiser, Saturday, February 24th at the high school gym with the doors opening at 6:30. We'll see you there.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
Are you wanting to know what's going on in Salem? It's easy. All you need to do is subscribe to the City of Salem's Text Blast service. First, you need to text the number 855-435-4811. Then text the word CITY for all pertinent alerts and announcements for the city. For alerts concerning utilities, text the word utility. And if you're wanting to know about parks and recreation, just text the word parks. The City of Salem Text Blast service, 855-435-4811. Subscribe today.
Welcome back to Mountain View. Salem Tigers losing right now, 31-18. The JV did win, though, in the game prior to this one. They'll be taking on Owensville tomorrow morning, 11:30 in the Bourbon semifinal in that tournament. Tiger JV were tied 44-44. And pretty interesting shot by Braden Radford from about 5 feet beyond the three-point arc with 20 seconds left. He hit that three. And then the Tigers were able to add a couple of free throws and an intentional foul after an inbound steal by the Tigers. They got one of those free throws, then they got the ball back. So they won it by 6 points, 50-44 over Mountain View Liberty. A very good game prior to this one. So they'll be playing tomorrow. They'll be in the Bourbon JV tournament. The 11:30 game against Owensville to determine who plays in the championship game, which will be at 3:15. Should Salem not win that game, they'll play the third-place game at 2 o'clock again at the Bourbon High School Gym. Good luck to our JV tomorrow, who are now 16-3 on the year. Man, they're having a good year. Well, Mountain View Liberty Eagles are using their key player, Terrell Gaines, to his advantage. I mean to tell you, he is a good player. He controls the pace of the game. He weaves in and out. He's a good passer, good shooter. 6 for 6 from the free throw line. He has 16 points. He has 5 twos, no threes. He's only tried 1 3. And actually, I'm not sure it was even really a shot more than a pass because it was way too short. and it was actually taken by his teammate underneath the basket, so almost making me lead to believe it was actually a pass. But only 1 3 in that first half. Alex Toon hit that for Mountain View. That was the 3 points he got. 8 points for Carter Pruitt, who's been set up 4 times nicely right on the low post, where he's just banked it home. So he has done his job. 15 rebounds for Mountain View in the game. League rebounder is Carter Pruitt with 4. And then 3 for Gavin Reese, and also Brody Rutledge. 2 for Gaines, 1 for Toon, and 2 also for Arian Pendergraft. Only 3 turnovers for Mountain View Liberty. They only had 2 steals in that first half. The Salem Tigers leading scores Hayden Sanders with a couple of threes. He's got 10. 4 points for Caden Gately, 2 for Braden Gapsh, and 2 for Lincoln Thomas. Salem Tigers have missed a lot of 2 to 3 foot shots in this game. Trey Richter, league rebounder, with 5. Gately has 2, and Sanders has 1, and that's it. So Salem right now a total of only 8 rebounds in that first half. 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Salem Tigers haven't turned the ball over much, which is good, but they haven't made the shots. So they've been missing the shots, not getting the rebounds, and Mountain View is controlling the board. So when that happens, you don't get those putbacks, you have a separation in score like we have right now, 31-18. So 3 turnovers for Salem. They had 1 steal in that first half. Nobody's really in foul trouble. Brody Rutledge for Mountain View has 2. He's the only one with multiple fouls, 1 each for Richter, Lincoln Thomas, Caden Gately, Braden Gaps, and I should say the Richters each have 1. And then Arian Pendergraft, he has 1 for Mountain View. That's it. That's all the fouls in the entire first half. 31-18 our score. I'd like to thank our great sponsors for making it possible for us to bring you Tiger basketball, like On the Spot Glass. If you need glass replacement, call them right here in Salem at 247-3608. That's 247-3608, and they can change that glass on the spot. On the Spot Glass, proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Melvin Motors and More, also proud supporter at 120 Route W in Salem. 338-2917. Call them, Melvin Motors and More. And don't forget Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center Incorporated, Ashley Cunningham, proud to support your Salem Tigers and KSMO Media. And if you have a vet need, she can help you. 729-4031 and 900 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. We'll take a 3-minute break, come back with the second half. 31-18 Mountain View. It's Tiger basketball and KSMO Media.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan, or can't afford to go away to college, or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact Admissions Counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem Campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. Call 729-5761. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
Life is a series of moments. Big moments, small moments, moments you want to bottle up so they can last forever. At Edward Jones, we want to make the most of all of them. Whether you're planning for a trip of a lifetime, retirement, or just need some everyday advice along the way. That's why an Edward Jones financial advisor like me works with you to build strategies for today and tomorrow. Life is for living. Let's partner through all of it. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Leah Nash. Call me or Joe Brand at Edward Jones, 573-729-3831. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Is your back continually giving you pain? Do you constantly have headaches? Do you have numbness or tingling in your arms, hands, legs, or feet? These are symptoms, and they're a warning sign from your body. And if you'd like to know why they're occurring, Dr. Amber Duncan of Duncan Chiropractic can help. Her mission is to find the cause of the problem and correct it. Give Dr. Amber Duncan a call at 729-2321 or stop by 401 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
Every day we share personal information, like when you write a check, apply for a credit card, or even make a call on a cell phone. And the Bank of Salem wants to pass on some tips on how to protect yourself from identity theft. Don't carry around more checks, credit cards, or identification information than you really need in your wallet. Make sure you always safely store those items and other important documents. Plus, you should always choose passwords and PIN numbers that will be tough for someone to figure out. These tips are brought to you by the Bank of Salem, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Get ready to start the third quarter. Beginning of the third quarter, being brought to you by your friends at Willie Strader, Farm Bureau Insurance Agent. Give Willie a call for insurance for your home, your farm, life, auto, maybe even renter's insurance. If you need to find out more information, call Willie, 729-4941, or see him, 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. Salem will inbound it down by 13 to start the second half. As Trey Richter gets it from Landon Richter, now back to Landon, now back to Gaps. Salem Tigers on the perimeter inside the tray. Back to Gaps, open for the three. It's good. That was a very well set up play right there. Gaps was wide open, had all kinds of time to set up, and he easily made that three. Salem down by 10. Just underway here, third quarter. Here's Gaines trying to drive in, stops, kicks it back out on top to Pendergraft. Pendergraft spins. On top it goes right now to Pruitt. Pruitt trying to drive in, gets cut off, goes back to Gaines, and they'll reset here at Mountain View. Gaines trying to get by Landon Richter. Moves from right to left, takes the three. It's offline, no good. Chipped up in the air, brought down by Richter. Trey the other way, quickly to Gaps. Picks it up, turns, spins, fadeaway jumper. It's off the iron, and Gaines has that rebound. Quickly the other way. Terrell Gaines straight down, kicks it to Brody Rutledge underneath the basket. Missed everything, but brought down by Pruitt, who scores, and he gets the foul. He draws a foul on Gately. Salem in bad position for the rebound after Rutledge went up and got the first shot off, and then Pruitt just came underneath and just took over. And Gately's in the front of the basket and tried to reach in and got the foul. The 2 points is good. Second foul on Gately. And then the free throw is short, and it'll go out of bounds. 10 points for Pruitt. Gately with 2 fouls now. Positioning, it's all about positioning. And then Gately with a fadeaway jumper, missed everything. Comes down into the hands of Pendergraft. The other way, here's Gaines. He'll get fouled. I believe Sanders will pick that one up as Terrell drove into the paint. Hayden's first foul, and Gaines back to the line. He's perfect, 6 for 6. And 7 for 7. Back to a 13-point lead. And Gaines' next free throw again, perfect. He's 8 for 8 from the stripe. Landon Richter for the blue-clad Salem Tigers. Bounce pass to Gately, back to Landon. Landon draws Carter Pruitt. Now it goes back on top to Braden Gaps. Back to Landon Richter, now to Gately. Gately back to Landon. Out near center court to Gately, trying to take it in. Can't. Goes in the corner to Sanders. Back to Landon Richter for the three. It's off the front of the rim, and here comes Gaines the other way. Gaines all the way down, lays it in. Not only to get the rebound, he outraced everybody down the floor. That's impressive. That young man is a good player. Here's Gaps on the baseline. Stops, fires it outside to Sanders. Sanders back on top. Trey Richter to the paint, to the hole, trying to lay it up. It's blocked there by Rutledge, and he brings it down. Nice block by Brody Rutledge. And then gives it to Gaines. Gaines to the paint, to the hole, takes it down, trying to flip it back. Stolen away by the Salem Tigers. Trey Richter all the way down, lays it up and in after the steal. First turnover by either team in this second half. It's like Gaines thought somebody was trailing him. but he flipped it right back into the hands of Trey Richter. 5.5 to go, third quarter. It's a 14-point Mountain View lead. Gaines on the pass from Reese. Gives it back on top. Pruitt right at the top of the key. Now to Rutledge. Rutledge trying to get it back, and the ball stolen away by the Salem Tigers. Their second steal. Coming down is Landon Richter across the gaps from 5 feet. He puts it home. Second turnover by Mountain View. Salem back to a 12-point deficit with 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Terrell Gaines in the offensive zone. Man-to-man coverage by Salem. Gets a pick, flips it outside. There's Reese back to Gaines. Open for the three, takes it. It's short. Goes down in the hands of Pruitt. Back on top, it goes to corner. Brody Rutledge for the three, and it is off the rim. No good, but taken down by Reese. Reese to Gaines. Gaines should have gotten a charge there, but no call, and he banks it home. The other way, Gaps. Salem down by 14 again. Dropping the shoulder was Reese that time, but here at Mountain View, that's not going to get called. Here's Gately outside to Sanders. A three from the corner. It's off the iron. Gately fights for it, gets it, turns back, takes it to the hole, and lays it in. Good job there by Caden Gately to fight for that rebound. Used his height for advantage. Got the wedge in there, was able to tip it to himself, and then bank it home. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Driving in is Reese. Underneath it goes to Brody Rutledge off his hands and out of bounds. 3 turnovers for Mountain View in this second half. Tigers have scored off the first 2. Let's see if they can score off this one. Gaps will check out. Lincoln Thomas in. Also checking in is Alex Toon for Mountain View. Pass goes to Sanders. Sanders in the corner to Landon Richter. Back to Sanders. He goes by Toon. Outside to Thomas. Thomas will pull it back up. Gets double teamed there. Spins, turns, flips it back to Gately. Right side pass to Landon Richter. Trying to drive in. Landon back to middle to Gately. To the hole to the paint. Lays it up. He is fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 as Pruitt kind of grabbed onto his shoulder. So Carter Pruitt gets his first foul. 3:35 to go in this third quarter. 39-27, and the free throw's missed, though, by Gately. He hit the first 2 early in the game. Missed that one. First miss of a free throw in the contest. He missed them both. Back with it is Gaines the other way. Gaines all the way down, lays it up and in. He outraced everybody down the floor after a missed free throw. 41-27. That kid is just perpetual motion. He got it. He just outraced everybody. Here's Landon Richter now to Gately. Trying to get down to Trey Richter. He spins, turns, lost it, trying to get it back. Stolen away by Mountain View, their first steal. All the way down. With it is Reese. Reese to Gaines. Back in the corner. The three up and good by Alex Toon. His second 3 of the game. The lead now 17 for Mountain View. Gaps getting it down to Gately. His shot misses. Tip comes down the hands of Landon Richter. And then a foul underneath. As a Tiger player, Landon Richter tried to take it in. Pruitt reached out and grabbed him. And they're gonna call another shooting foul on Carter. And Landon the line. He has no points in this game. His free throw is short. So there are no missed free throws in the first half. 8 for 8. Here in the second half, 4 free throws have been missed and 2 made. Richter will have another one attempt, and this one is also no good. Taken down by Trey Richter. A 3 put up by Thomas, and it's good. Richter went to the corner, flipped it out to Lincoln Thomas, who hits the 3. It's a 14-point Mountain View lead. 2:33 to go, third quarter. Gaines hanging on to it. Just like to watch this kid play ball. Plays to win, and that shot does not go. Brought down by Sanders. Sanders giving off to Trey Richter. Richter will bring it down the offensive zone. Stops, kicks it outside. Intended for Lincoln Thomas, but he threw it too far off to the line side, and Lincoln couldn't get there. Second turnover for Salem in this second half. And a timeout called by Coach Jared Patterson. Timeout brought to you by Jonas Schaefer. Remember, changing insurance coverage on your life, car, or home might get you a better deal. Find out by calling Jonah. That's 729-5165. Back in 30 seconds. It's Mountain View 44, Salem 30. It's Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Have you had a fender bender or crashed your vehicle? Come and see Jadwin and Smith Auto Body and Auto Care for all of your auto body needs. They have over 20 years of experience of putting vehicles back in mint condition. Take your vehicle to Jadwin and Smith Auto Body and Auto Care at 1202 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem across from Walmart, or call 729-3900. Locally owned by Tim and Wendy Smith.
Love thanking our sponsors, making it possible for us to bring you Tiger basketball and other activities like New Life Auto on Highway 68. Call them at 453-4812. And Taylor Sporting Goods and Taxidermy, the corner of 19 and 68. They're right there at that junction. See them or call 453-2757. Taylor Sporting Goods and Taxidermy, proud to support your Salem Tigers and KSMO Media. Gaines has it on their center court with 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Still a 14-point Mountain View lead. Pass goes into the corner to Pendergraft. Giving it to Reese. Reese will set up, take the three. It's off the front of the iron. And Trey Richter has that rebound. Trey all the way down to the paint. Kicks it outside to Landon Richter. Stops, takes the long three. It's good. Landon Richter makes his first basket of the night, and it happens to be a three. He's on the board. Tigers down by 11 with a minute and a half to go. Gains to the timeline. Stops, fires it in the corner, waiting for their Pendergraft. Back to Gaines. Gaines dribbles by Thomas, flips it outside to Reese. Back to Gaines. Gaines will try and drive in, stops. Outside it goes to Pendergraft for the three-pointer. It pinballs out. No good. Goes to the corner. Seth kept alive there by Pendergraft. Pendergraft goes across, the three up, no good, but Pendergraft goes and gets that rebound, or Reese did, and a timeout called by Coach Harrell. Timeout brought to you by Jonah Schaefer, American Family Insurance. If you're a first-time home buyer, check out American Family Insurance's guide to help you with questions you didn't even know you need to ask. Call 729-5165. 44-33, our score, back in 30 seconds. It's Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
New Year's savings are going on right now at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem. You can save up to 20% on Napa Night Vision LED sealed beams and LED miniature bulbs. Plus, you can save up to 55% on exterior lighting clearance while supplies last. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem today.
And don't forget, your friends at Hotspot Tanning and Tuckers can make you look good. If you need to get a tan for the upcoming spring season, or maybe you got a special event, of course, prom's not that far away, or formals, get in touch with Hotspot Tanning and Tuxedo at 1114 South Main. That's at the Crossroads Shopping Center. Or call 729-8699. Hotspot Tanning and Tuxes in Salem. .59 seconds to go, third quarter. It's an 11-point Mountain View lead. Reese trying to get in, does the Pendergraft. Back to Reese. Reese hanging on to it, no pressure. Starts to drive in, now pulls all the way through the paint, and goes to the other side. Starts in the other way, stopped, walked with it, no call there. Now the Pendergraft kicks it outside. The three-point upper and good by Alex Toon. Well set up by Mountain View there, and that's his third of the game. Quickly the other way is Thomas. He gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. 35 seconds to go. I believe that's going to be on Reese. That would be his first. Actually, they're going to call it on Toon. Toon reached in from behind. I thought it was going to be on Reese, but still a shooting foul, and Thomas misses. So Salem is 0 for 5 from the free throw line in this third quarter. and they're down by 14. Thomas has another one coming, and this one is good. Salem 3 out of 8. Coming down is Gaines. He missed that shot. Comes down, though, in the hands of Pruitt, who brings it in under control and lays it in. Points off rebounds. Mountain View is just dominating this game. Here's Thomas. He goes by Toon. Stops trying to kick it back outside, does to Sanders. Back to Thomas with 9 seconds. Thomas needs to get rid of it. Does to Gaps down to 5 seconds. Gaps turns to the corner. Needs to shoot down to 2 seconds to Sanders. Shot not made. Tigers never got it off as the time runs out. 49-34. Mountain View on top. Back in a minute. It's Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Insurance with a local agent? It's called service. Call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276. It's back.
Salem being out-rebounded after 3 quarters, 25-14, and they're trailing it by a 15-point spread. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter beginning started to you by and brought to you by your friends at Willie Strader and Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie can help you with your insurance needs. Call them at 729-4941 or drop by 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, Willie Strader and Farm Bureau Insurance. Bringing you the tip-off, or I should say the inbound of our fourth quarter. Here's Reese as Mountain View has to take it to the paint. The hole blocked there by Richter comes down the hands of Landon Richter. Nice block there by Trey. Comes to Gaps, a long 3. It's good. Braden Gaps was unguarded, and he puts home another 3. Salem down by 12 with 7:25 remaining in the fourth quarter regulation time. Gaines. What a nifty dribbler. He comes down, takes it, scoops it up and in. Oh. And he makes it look easy. 26 points in this game. Here's Trey Richter right at the top of the key. Doesn't shoot the ball, trying to throw it in the corner, and stolen away, and back comes Mountain View. Gains all the way down, across to Pruitt, out on top, another 3, and it's good by Alex Toon. These 4 threes in this game have really, really separated this game out. Trey Richter had that ball kicked there by Toon. 17-point lead for Mountain View, but those 4 threes really stand out as they have set up Toon nicely. He's about the only guy that can hit the 3 for him, and boy, he is 4 for 6 in the game. Pass goes inside to Trey Richter. Salem has the ball after the kick ball. Underneath it goes to Landon Richter. Reverse layup, missed it. Saw it down underneath, and the foul's going to be called on Hayden Sanders going over Reese. First foul of this fourth quarter by either team. His second. Been a fairly clean game. Been a lot of bumping, a lot of bodies colliding out there, a lot of reaching, and the officials have kind of let the teams play. Same with some full court pressure as Reese tries to get away from Landon Richter. Richter rides him all the way down to the timeline, but he gets across easily. Reese, there should be a 5 count call there, was not made. Now the pass stolen away by the Tigers. Here's Richter, lays it in. Trey Richter after the steal. As the Tigers hounding Gaines now. Lincoln Thomas has that chore. Lincoln gives him a little bit of room. Down to 6:05 to go. Gaines kicks it outside. Waiting for it. There's Reese for the 3. It's nowhere near, but Salem can't get the rebound cleanly. Now Trey Richter brings it down. Trey lost it, gives it to Sanders, to Gaps. Gaps, baseline, stops underneath the Trey Richter. Baseline, can't get it out. Throws it right into the hands of Mountain View. Quickly down to Gaines, and Gaines will lay it up. Missed the shot. Brought down by Gaps, and he was not back in play yet. Guys go out of bounds. They have to reestablish. They have to touch inbounds, and Gaps was in the air. Never got back in bounds. It's important when guys go out of bounds that they quickly get reestablished. Right there is a key reason. Salem would have had the ball. They're down by 15, but instead, Brain's still in the air on his way back. Did not reestablish. With it is Gaines. Little things like that can end up somewhere down the road costing you a ball game. This game probably not going to make a big difference, but you hope that guys learn from it. As Gaines just takes Salem to school right there. What a nice move inside. He's got 28. He just goes by 4 Tigers. Now nice play by Richter, but Sanders misses the layup, and Reese brings down the rebound. Boy, Salem has missed at least 7 two-footers in this game. At least. Threw it for 3, and it's off the iron. Brought down by Gaps. Quickly down to Richter. Trey Richter down to Thomas, who lays it in. Back comes Mountain View the other way. Here's Pruitt. Out on top to Toon. Toon out near center court. Guarded there by Gaps, and a timeout called by Coach Haller. Timeout brought to you by Jonas Schaefer of American Family Insurance. If you have a new driver in the family, take the time to let your agent know. Call Jonah at 729-5165 or see him 1104 South Main Street, 5641 Mountain View on top. 4:36 remains. Back in 30 seconds. It's Tiger basketball at KSMO Media.
Memorial Hospital Foundation invites everyone to the Dancing with the Salem Stars fundraiser Saturday, February 24th at 7 at the Salem R80 High School Gym. Table seating is available for $20 per person in advance or reserve a table. Bleacher seats will be available at the door for $10. Purchase your tickets in advance by calling 729-6626, extension 4005. The Dancing with the Salem Stars fundraiser Saturday, February 24th at the high school gym with the doors opening at 6:30. We'll see you there.
Don't forget, we'll be back in action on Tuesday night as the Salem boys will be at Mountain Grove taking on the Panthers. We'll have that game right here on KSMO Radio and streaming audio on KSMORadio.com. Now taking it all the way down, laying it up and in was Reese. Gavin Reese on the inbound. Nice inbound pass, give and go. 17-point Mountain View lead. Here's Trey Richter all the way down. Hits the side of the backboard, but he's fouled by Brody Rutledge. He'll go to the line, shoot 2. Trey Richter with 4 points in the game. Misses the free throws. Sam right now 3 of 9 from the stripe. Free throw shooting has been an issue. That one is good. Sam right now 4 of 10 in this game. With the ball right now, Gaines fires it all the way across to Reese. Wide open for 3, didn't take it. Gives it back to Gaines. Looks like Mountain View wants to kill some clock here with a 16-point lead. Gaines dancing around, keeping Thomas on his tippy toes. Goes by him, now stops. Kind of staggers, goes underneath the Reese. Reese gets a shot up, count the basket, and a foul on Landon Richter. Reese got good position underneath the basket, got open, banks it home, and then Richter was still there. Collided with the player. It'll be Landon's second foul. Cade Moody's going to come in. (60-42) for Thomas. Reese with the free throw, and it is no good. Brought down by Sanders. The other way, Landon Richter. His shot is good for 3. 60-45, 3:35 to go. Gaines goes it down, stolen away by the Salem Tigers. The other way, here is Tiger player Landon Richter laying it in after the steal by the Salem Tigers. With the ball right now, it's Toon all the way across to Reese. Reese trying to circle around back to Toon, open for the three, and he misses that one. But Reese gets the rebound, and then he's going to be fouled on the floor. Well, the Tigers being out-rebounded this game. And that has been a big part of this contest. Pass goes underneath. All alone is Pruitt. He lays it in. He's got 14 in the lead. Escalates back out to 15. 3 minutes to go. Trey Richter in. Kicks it out to Gaps for the three. Short. Comes down in the hands of Toon after being pushed there by Pruitt. Toon will back out with 2:50 to go. Firing it into Reese. Down to Gaines. Gaines to the paint to the hole. Scoops it up. Partially blocked there by Sanders. Comes down the hands of Richter. Trey Richter to the hole to the paint, off the glass and in. Timeout called by Coach Patterson with 2:38 to go. 62-49, Mountain View on top. That timeout called to you by Jonah Schaefer, American Family Insurance Agent. Remember, if you have made home improvements, you might be underinsured, talk to Jonah. Stop by 1104 South Main Street, American Family Insurance. And our timeout brought to you as a courtesy of Jonah Schaefer. Back at 30, it's Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Progressive Ozark Bank's debit card is now ready for your smartwatch or phone. It's compatible with Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay. Just upload it to your mobile wallet and go. No more fumbling to find your card when you're in a hurry. Just tap and pay. Simple, easy, and secure. That's the progress of local banking. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured. Where people matter.
To remind you, tomorrow we got St. Louis Blues hockey coming your way. 12:30 pregame show, 1 o'clock game time. They'll be in Buffalo taking on the Sabres. And then Sunday, the Blues will be back in action again, this time in Montreal taking on the Canadiens. Again, at 12:30 pregame show, 1 o'clock game time here on KSMO. The Missouri Tigers take on Mississippi State tomorrow night at 7. We'll have that contest on KSMO. And again, our next broadcast will be from Mountain Grove on Tuesday. Our Lady Tigers will be at Mountain Grove Monday, and then there'll be a Kabul for a makeup game on Tuesday. And then our next home game will be next Thursday for our Lady Tigers against the Ava Lady Bears. And then the boys will play Ava as well on Friday in the homecoming matchup. Those games will be on KSMO Radio 1340 AM 95.7 and also video streamed on KSMO Media. That's the next Thursday and Friday against Ava. Here's Reese on the inbound, takes it up, lays it in. Really impressed with some of the inbound plays that Mountain View has shown us tonight. Here's Sanders on top to Moody. Inside the Richter, outside to Landon. Landon steps underneath the Trey. Trey spins, jump shot off the iron, brought down by Toon, and then a foul called underneath. And so it's going to be on Landon Richter. And timeout called by Coach Haller. 64-49, Mountain View with the lead. That timeout brought to you by Jonah Schaefer, your local American Family Insurance. And make sure you have your new vehicle properly insured. Get the right coverage by calling Jonah at 729-5165. 64 for Mountain View, 49 for Salem. Back at 30, it's Tiger Basketball and KSMO Media.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate, estate planning, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
It will be Mountain View ball on the baseline with 2:12 remaining in the fourth quarter. The inbound comes to Pruitt, back to Reese. And here comes Gaines. Gaines up the middle of the floor, all the way to the hole, up the glass and in. Man, he's got 30 in this game, and he's made it look really easy. Here's Sanders. Back on top it goes to Landon Richter to Trey. Trey from the free throw line, can't shoot. Back to Landon for a quick three. It's off the iron, kicks out high, and Gaines has it. Gaines down to the offensive zone. Lost it, but a foul's going to be called on the Salem Tigers, Braden Gaps. And that will send Gaines to the line to shoot two, I believe. Or is that the last one? That is foul number 5 on Salem in this quarter. So free throw shooting will occur. They're still trying to figure it all out. They haven't even put the foul up yet. I'm pretty sure it's on Gaps. There it finally goes. And it is his second with 1:43 to go. Free throw is good. 9 of 9 from the free throw line is Gaines. Ten of 10. He's got 32 points. He's got 11 two-point baskets and 10 free throws. That pass underneath to Sanders, who gives it off to Landon Richter for a three, and he hits from the corner. Landon now with 11 points. Tigers with full court pressure, down by 14 with 1:25 to go. Gaines pulls it back out near center court. Gaines flips it off to Reese. Back to Gaines. Gaines dodging all the Tiger players out there. Really the master of that ball. Flips it down to Pruitt. Kicks it outside to Pendergraft. They're just moving the ball around where Salem can't get to it. Ball loose on the floor and goes out of bounds off of Reese. It'll belong to Salem Tigers. Good play by Hayden Sanders to actually just slap that ball, and it went off Reese out of bounds. With 1:05 to go, but this game has pretty well been sealed already in the hands of Mountain View. They'll go to 5-0 in the SCA, and they will be 15-8 on the year. Salem Tigers will drop below 500, 11-12. Kane Mooney trying to dance in, can't, under a minute to go. Here's Gaps with a long three. It's offline. Comes down past Sanders and out of bounds. Salem will be at Mountain Grove on Tuesday night. Inbound comes to Pruitt. Turns, flips it up to Pendergraft. 40 seconds to go in this one. Back to Reese. Underneath the Pruitt all alone. He lays it in. Carter Pruitt has 16 in this game. With 30 seconds to go, Tigers Moody gives it across to Landon Richter for a long three, and he's got that one. He's got 11 in this fourth quarter and 14 on the night. 22 seconds left, and a charge called on Gaines. He pushed off Landon Richter, and that'll be a turnover. For Terrell Gaines, that's his first foul. 20.6 seconds left to go. It's academic at this stage. Trey Richter to Landon Richter, trying to dance in. Can't to Moody. Cade Moody goes underneath the Sanders, who lays it in. Hayden with 12 on the night. Down to 9 seconds. There's letting the clock run down. Goes to Pruitt. Pruitt then is fouled from behind by Landon Richter. And they'll come down and let Pruitt shoot. He'll get 2 free throws. He's 0 for 1 from the stripe. 4 seconds to go, and the free throw's no good. 70-57 our score. And Pruitt, one more shot, and this one is also no good. Richter brings down the rebound. 1 second shot from half court, no good. And the Salem Tigers fall to the Mountain View Liberty Eagles by a score of 70-57. We'll take a 3-minute break, come back with stats from this contest. Salem drops to 11-12. Mountain Grove to 15-8, 5-0 in the SCA. Salem 2-3 in the SCA Conference. In 3 minutes, we'll return. It's Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop in a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Check out these great deals at K&H Auto Supply. Master Pro Red Spray Grease for $9.99. Mechanics Wear Fast Fit Black Work Gloves for $14.99 a pair. And a Performance Tool 120-volt LED drop light for $26.99. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store right here in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, Aranda's Mexican Restaurant, and Taxmasters, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem.
Hi, I'm Andrew Wynn. Town & Country Bank makes it easy with the best rates and terms on land and mortgage loans. Hit the trail, make a splash, or enjoy a beautiful sunset. Town & Country Bank can help you finance that beautiful acreage you've always wanted. Stop by today and let us help you take the first step to home ownership. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 899641.
It's back! The Salem Memorial Hospital Foundation invites everyone to the Dancing with the Salem Stars fundraiser Saturday, February 24th and 7th at the Salem R80 High School Gym. Table seating is available for $20 per person in advance or reserve a table. Bleacher seats will be available at the door for $10. Purchase your tickets in advance by calling 729-6626, extension 4005. The Dancing with the Salem Stars fundraiser, Saturday, February 24th at the high school gym with the doors opening at 6:30. We'll see you there! What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
Well, here tonight, Mountain View defeated the Salem Tigers 70-57. They are now 5-0 in the SCA, and they're going to be facing Thayer on Tuesday night. What probably will be the SCA championship game. Whoever wins that game will probably go on to win the SCA championship, or at least a part of it, no doubt. And tonight, if the Salem Tigers could have upset them, I'm sure the Thayer Bobcats would have been very grateful, but it did not happen as Salem Tigers fall 72-57. 32 points by Terrell Gaines. It's not unusual for that young man. He's usually in the upper 20s to 30s virtually every single game. It looks like he, with 2 more games left to go in the regular season for Mountain View, because they're a class lower than Salem, so their season, actually regular season, ends next week with their 2 SCA games. And Gaines could end up leading, obviously, the SCA in scoring again, but also could be the leading scorer ever in the SCA, depending upon the amount of points he scored. I think he's going to need 62 more. I'm kind of going by what Gary Lee told me on from Fox, but nonetheless, not sure about that. But 62 points, that's going to be pretty tough to get against Thayer. So, but good luck to the young man. He's a pleasure to watch, and he just really makes things look so easy. Fluid, easy going. He can dribble the ball. He moves very quickly. He passes. His shooting is very precise. So a pleasure to watch that young man play. Unfortunately, for the Salem Tigers, he did play for us. 32 points tonight, 10 of 10 from the stripes, 6 rebounds. He definitely had a fine game tonight. 16 points for Carter Pruitt for Mountain View. He finished with 8 rebounds as well. Carter scored all of his points within a 2 to 3 foot range underneath the basket. He didn't have anything beyond 2 to 3 feet. He did get 8 rebounds, though, for Mountain View. 12 points for Alex Toon, all coming on threes. He did have 1 rebound. 8 points for Gavin Reese. Gavin had 7 rebounds in the game, and then Arian Pendergraft had 2 points with 4 rebounds for Mountain View. They finished with 29 rebounds in the contest. They're 10 of 13 from the free throw line, had 5 steals and 10 turnovers in the contest. For Salem Tigers, they were led in scoring by Landon Richter with 14, 11 of those coming in the fourth quarter. 12 points for Hayden Sanders, 10 for Braden Gapsch, 8 points for Lincoln Thomas, 7 for Trey Richter, and 6 for Caden Gately. The leading rebounder for Salem was Trey Richter. He had 10, 3 for Caden Gately, 3 for Hayden Sanders, and 1 each for Gapsch and Landon Richter. Tigers 4 of 10 from the free throw line. They had 7 turnovers and 5 steals in the contest, and they had 18 rebounds. So they got out-rebounded 3-2 in this game, and that's not a good process. Need to be about even, but a lot of those rebounds from Mountain View came back and ended up being points in the Salem Tiger basket, and that's just the way that worked out. They'll lose it by 13, and again fall to 11-12 on the year. They're 2-3 in the SCA, while Mountain View 15-8 now, and 5-0 in the SCA. Salem's next opponent, as we mentioned, will be Mountain Grove Tuesday night. We'll be there to bring that one to you on KSMO Radio, AM 1340 and FM 95.7. We'll audio stream that game on KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube, and that will be on Tuesday night. The Lady Tigers will be at Kabul Tuesday in a makeup game, so don't forget about that one. They'll also be at Mountain Grove Monday in an SCA contest, and those 2 games will be, again, Monday at Mountain Grove, Tuesday the makeup game at Kabul, and then on Thursday, our Lady Tigers return for their final regular season home game. It's senior night, Thursday night against the Ava Lady Bears, and then the boys will take on Ava on homecoming night, Friday night against the Bears, and then the boys will have one more game the following week against St. Clair at home, which will also be on KSMO Media. So those games at home, all on KSMO Media, and those will be streamed video on the 2 games with Ava and the one with St. Clair for the boys on KSMO Media, AM 1340, FM 95.7. Will be carrying the games on radio as well. So we're right down the end of the season. Then district play will begin. District's a little bit different this year as we wrap things up. For the girls, they'll be at Borgia. For the boys, they'll be at St. James. I know, kind of crazy. Do not ask me why they're doing that, but that's how they've worked it this year. So the girls' game will be at Borgia, and then the boys' game will be at St. James. Get our final score here for Mountain View. It's the Eagles 70, the Salem Tigers 57. For Jim back at the station, my name is Stan Stevens. Thanking you for joining us for Tiger Basketball here on KSMO Media. We really do appreciate you joining us all season long. Don't forget tomorrow, Blues hockey at 12:30 against Buffalo. 1 o'clock game time, and then Missouri takes on Mississippi State at 7 tomorrow night. Have yourselves a fantastic weekend, and good night from Mountain View.
Thanks for joining us on KSMO Media for Salem Tiger Basketball. Brought to you by K&H Auto Supply, Town & Country Bank, Salem Memorial Hospital, Farm Bureau Insurance, Salem Memorial Clinic, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa, Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Taxmasters, Town & Country Insurance, City of Salem, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Jadwin Smith Auto Body, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, All Farm Plus Construction and Ag Services, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, Flying W Boutique, New Life Auto, Tater's Sporting Good and Taxidermy, Melvin Motors and more, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center Inc., United Country Salem Realty, Babat Wells Broker Owner, On the Spot Auto Glass, The Local on 4th, The Hot Spot Tanning and Tuxedos LLC, Your World Today, and Hub's Tire Center. Join us again next time for Salem Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.